This is an exciting little recent addition. People get all huppity-jumpity about solar fridges. And that is a solar fridge. And anyone who's out there thinking, oh yeah, but it doesn't have solar panels stuck to the side of it. Oh, give it up, would you? No such thing. Unless I screw one into the side of this, which I'm not going to do. But that's an Engel. Very expensive device. Uses standard vapor compression technology with quite a different sort of compressor in it. And this is just running off a 120 watt solar panel, 12 volt, and I've got a 100 amp hour 12 volt battery, and then that wires through with decent size cable, you know, not junk. And I've butchered a plug there and remade it. Oh, there we go, she's starting up. This will freeze this thing if I wanted to. It's 35 litre they say, but then they also say it's only actually 31 litres inside. Have a look inside. Yoink. Oh, not much in there. Oh, that's cold. That's the temperature in Celsius. It's saying 2.9. Sometimes I have it go down to 1 or whatever. But I've only set it about 1.5 because I don't want things to keep freezing on me. I had a Waco. There's one big issue with Wacos. They have a lot of current draw problems because they don't use heavy enough cabling, and the company won't admit to it, and they won't change the plugs over. They'll just try and bury it and tell all the customers to PO and this and that. 2/3 of people will say they're brilliant. I met some bloke who actually had one fall off the back of his truck and it worked fine after it fell off the back of his truck. He thought he'd completely destroyed it. Having said that, I had a Waco initially. It gave me so much grief I would not recommend them. It's all centered around the cables not being heavy enough and I just can't get the current draw. But the company won't admit to it. The company will ignore a lot of people who do have that problem, and I'm highly disappointed that that's the company attitude because it's giving them a bad reputation. 2/3 of people will say they're great, the Wacos. 1/3 of people will say they're absolute grief, and my experience was more than just current draw problems. It had endless problems, this other one. I had a CF50 dual zone, and that ended up going back, and I paid extra money for this one, and these things are very dear. You can get a Peltier cooler, as the user known as Solar Cabin has. There we go, she stopped already. Its cooling cycle is very short with this. You also note that the CF50 dual zone had an 84 watt draw. This has a 30 watt draw. Yes, it's smaller, I know, but all the Engels seem to be a lot smaller draw than the equivalent Waco. Quite frankly, I'll never touch a Waco again, and I'll never recommend one. Although 2/3 of people say they're great, but I'm in the 1/3 that had nothing but grief. So yeah, you can use a Peltier device one. They are a lot cheaper. You'll get one for maybe only $50, maybe something under $200, but they draw a lot more power. And yeah, that's that. I'll show you the little propane fridge in a while.